Hello students, this is Miss Emerson. I'm going to show you how to do part one of the 13 Colonies Summative Assessment. If this video gets too long for you, I want you to stop it, make sure you understand it, and then start it again. And if you don't understand, go back and listen again to parts of the video. But this should help you, I think, today. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to the week 6 lessons folder. And your folder will look a little bit different. I'm doing this video for level 1 students. And so you're going to click on your level 1 summative part 1. You will click on the 13 Colonies research level 1. Open your assignment, and here you are. Okay, for this assignment, you are going to complete 2 of the pages that are on here. So the first page is going to be here, and that's the 13 Colonies research notes. That's where you're going to be filling in some information, which I put in there and I should take out. And I'm going to show you what you need to do in each of these boxes and where to find the information. What you will need for this lesson is to look at both your old assignments, or your lessons 1 through 12 assignments, and you will want to look at a couple of websites on the internet to find some answers. So let's look at the instructions here. Study the notes and the bibliography page. So we're looking at the notes to see what we need to do. Now this is the bibliography page. See where it says bibliography. When you do research, it's important to record where you found your sources. Where did you find your information? If it's on the internet, you will need to record that. If you found it in a lesson, you will record that as well. This tells the teacher and other people where you found your information. That's called a bibliography. So the sources of information are the things that you will find to complete your research, or complete this chart. Okay, so the first thing, it says list the names of 13 American colonies. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can find your information for this chart. The first thing I can do is go back and look at some of the lessons. But for this one, it might just be easier if I Google and look for a region map for the 13 colonies. Remember, we did that in the lesson. So what I will do is, let's see, well, here we go. I actually looked this up before, so it's already on there. But what I put in here is 13 colonies. When you're Googling this, you always have to put 13 colonies. And I want the regions map because it's going to tell me the name. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm trying to look for the one that we already did because that looks familiar to me. But it's awfully small, so let me see if I can find a bigger one. There we go. Okay. So there's a way that you can look at the information on and transfer it to your worksheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this smaller, like this. And I'm going to take this and put it over here. I'm just going to drag it and go back to my summative. And now look at that. That is awfully small. So what I will do is I will zoom in and go to the place where I need to fill in information. So I'm looking at the map and I see here that these are the New England colonies. So I go to the yellow and I write the names of, or type the names of the New England colonies in this box. So one of them is New Hampshire. So I'm going to put that in there. Okay. And then I'm going to look at the other ones and add their names. And then I see the middle colonies are purple. So I'm going to add their names there. I just did a couple for you. Now, since you use this, we're going to record where you got it from. So you're going to click on that little thing here, down here, that indicates that you're sharing. Click on the link, and now we're going to go back. Since you used that, we're going to go back over here, and I want to zoom back out because that's in too close. So I'm going to go back out, and I need to click on this so that it doesn't keep going, zooming in. And I'm going to copy the website, and I'm going to put what it was for. So 13 Colonies map, okay? And then that's where I got it from. I'll do that. Okay, so that is how I record my source. That is where I got this map right here, okay? You could use this up here, but this one actually is going to take me right to the website if I want to check and see what you did on there, okay? And if I hit return, it will turn it into a link that I can check on. I think it, or your key might say enter, okay? So now it turned to a link. Now for the next ones, I'm going to make this big again so that we can see what we're looking at. And I'm going to zoom back in. Okay. And I'm going to look here. Let's see, we have to find number 2. So that was number 1. Number 2, I have questions for you to answer. Okay. So you're going to, let's see, let me click on the arrow button again so I can start typing. So the first question is, where were the 13 colonies located? Well, I just looked at a map and I know what continent that is. Okay, this is on, we're looking for a continent here. So is it North America, South America? Is it Europe? Is it Asia? Where was it? And I already gave you the first word. So what you could do is you could use one of the websites I suggested if you didn't know the answer. Or you could go back to some of the lessons that we did in lesson 1 through 12. So let me actually, I'm going to go back to this one. This question says, what was the first successful British settlement? When was it started? So the answer for that is going to be, you could Google it, that's for sure, but don't use Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not always correct, okay? So what I could do is go back and find the answer. Let's see, I'm going to make this small again. I could go back and find the answer in one of the lessons, okay? So let's see, I'm going to put this tab over here. And the reason I put that over here is so that I'm still in Schoology. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to look at the lessons and figure out, gee, where did these start? Make that a little smaller so we can see it. I'm going to click the arrow, so then now I can move this around. Whoops, I moved the box. Oh no, that's okay, never mind. If you do something and you make a mistake, hit the undo button, okay? Or if you lose something and you want it back, you can hit the redo button, which looks like that. So there's the undo and the redo, okay? All right, so anyway, I want to find out, so I'm going to go back to the materials. This is probably a little bit more difficult way to find the answers, but you can find them. The reason it's more difficult is you have to remember where they started. I'm going to go to week 2 and see if it talks about, oh yeah, these are the first, see here it says, what was the first successful British settlement? Over here it says the first British colonies in North America. I bet it's going to be in there. So I'm going to go look in there. And for you, mine's going to look a little bit different, but for you, I'll use Salia's. I'm sure she did well. But you're going to look at your lesson. You're going to go back to it. Whoops. And you're going to look over the lessons to find the information. Ooh, the lost colony of Roanoke. Well, nope, it said that this was not successful. This did not end well for the people. So, oh, Jamestown, Virginia, the first lasting British settlement in North America. Yay, we found the answer. Okay, sometimes you have to look around. It looks like I moved that box by mistake too. So I'm going to put it back. So the answer is Jamestown. Okay, and if you look over here, whoops, I think I'm messing up some of these boxes. Remember I said you could undo if you needed to? There should be a box here and a box here, and that's kind of messed up. So I guess I'll just do this box. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, so I'm going to put Jamestown. See, it says Jamestown, Virginia. There's Virginia. And for the year, I'm going to hit my space button and put this over here. And it says the year is 1607 right here in the reading. So I'm going to put here 1607. All right, so I'm going to show you real quickly the websites that I was talking about that you could go to also find information. So let's say I want to find out why, I don't remember why people, whoops, see, I made a mistake, so I'm gonna hit the undo button. Hopefully that'll, or I'll just grab that and move it back. Whoopsie daisy. All right, put it back in there. There we go. Now it's all good. Okay, so I'm looking for number 3, the 3 reasons why people back then settled in the 13 colonies. So I'm going to do 13 colonies. That's what I'm going to put in my research bar, 13 colonies. And I'm going to put Ducksters. Whoops, I already used it, so it's in here, ducksters.com. And I'm going to go a little bit more quickly, but here it talks about the 13 colonies. And down here, if I keep reading, it says, why were they established? Your answers are going to be in here. I started one for you. So for example, boy, this whole thing got messed up. I don't know how that happened, but I'll have to fix it. Oh, look, here are the names of the 13 colonies. I could have come here to fill this out, okay? I look in here and, whoop, one reason they came was religious freedom. So I'm going to put in here the word, whoopsie, I'm going to put freedom in this box. And since I use this website, I'm going to copy and paste where I got it from. So copy, I'm going to go back here and paste it on here in this spot. Okay. And it's already a link. So there you go. I use Ducksters, so I put that down. So whatever links that your websites you use, you just need to record them here. All right, I'm almost out of time. One last thing. For all of these, you're just answering what's in the boxes. This one, you're going to come up with your own idea or your own fact about the 13 colonies. And it could be anything, unless I already have something in here. So you could find a fact or an idea on your own for the 13 colonies and fill in that information. Okay? If you have questions, go back and look at this again. Watch it slowly. Maybe write down some notes. If you still have trouble, please contact Miss Kay or me, and we will be glad to help you. So thank you so much. Have a great day.